Okay, welcome back everybody. Today we are going to finish project 14, the 45-degree elbow with the radius throat and the radius heel and back as well. So we're going to connect that together and have this one wrapped up and checked off the list. So here we go. We've got our throat, we've got the left cheek and the right cheek, as well as the heel. So let's get them together. Slip them down there. You can see the radiuses are really close. And everything else should be pretty much lined up also. The distances and everything's good to go. When we put this one together, this throat is very, very narrow. So it's easy to kink this part if you put too much downward pressure on that. So we got to be very careful not to put too much excessive pressure on that. Otherwise we'll have a dent in it and a ding, and it looks kind of terrible. So, all right, just like many other projects, starting on the one edge, flush it up. Work that around, move the outside curve or the outer heel in and out to accommodate what we need in our lock form there. And then look inside, see if anything else needs to be tightened up, like maybe right here, there's just a little bit of an area that could use some work. So let's take care of that. Before we lock it over, again, make sure the ends are flush with each other and tap them over, lock them in. Okay, we'll finish out the internal throat here. Get that one set. Again, this is one we got to be very, very careful that we don't bend our center when we're pounding on this or putting pressure on this side. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just put my knuckle in there and keep some pressure, some tension on that if you can hold everything, and then tap them over so it doesn't bend anything, or my pinky, something like that. Again, making sure we keep these flush. And then use the flat side of the hammer and finish it off. The ends come out flush, make certain, and flip it over, and finish the outside. It's not a change elbow, so it really didn't matter. You can't really mess this one up too badly, I don't think. Make sure your edges are lined up with each other, and set them corners. Guess I'll keep it this direction so you can see it. Flush them up so they're perfectly lined up for the edges. Can't be too aggressive when you hit them, otherwise you can dent them up too. And then we'll set them with our little punch. Again, being very, very careful not to bend this center part. Again, just watch out for that kink. If you put too much pressure on there, that's going to bend in there, and it'll be over with before it gets started. Okay, so if you look inside there, you'll be looking at all your gaps on the top and bottom. Make certain that is tight and set properly, and that should finish up the project. When you get done, you shouldn't have any air gaps or anything on the sides of your fitting all the way around. So that's kind of what you're looking for. In this one here, you might have a little gap in the middle, but when you pull that out to be in square, that should come right into play. So you're mainly focused on the outermost corners there. So with that's going to wrap up our project number 14, the 45-degree elbow with the radius throat and the radius heel and back. So thank you for joining me. I hope this helps. We'll catch you on the next one.